One of the coolest things in cyclocross, something everyone wants to do, is being able to bunny hop stuff. I'm Kris Westwood, and this is the latest in my cyclocross skills video series, and today we're talking about bunny hopping. Now, the first thing most people think of when it comes to bunny hopping is jumping barriers. This is an amazing skill to have. If you can do it smoothly, fast and consistently, you're going to gain time, you're going to impress the crowd, and you're probably going to intimidate your rivals. The problem is, you're also going to become a crowd favorite if you try and fail, and you might just land yourself in hospital. I used to bunny hop barriers all the time, but I had a few bad crashes. I wasn't able to do it consistently enough, and so I stopped. So for that reason, I don't recommend everybody try this. Some people have the skill and some don't. Now, one person who has these skills in Ottawa is Evan McNeely, and Evan has generously offered to come out and show us how it's done.
I started biking first with some friends. We'd go out and just huck stairs, sets of stairs, and jump snowbanks when I was young. So right from the beginning, I got very comfortable with being in the air and jumping over things. The main benefit of jumping the barriers is the acceleration after. So say there's a hill after the barriers, then it would be beneficial to jump them because you're already on your bike, ready to accelerate up the hill.
Now, a lot of people think that bunny hopping is just a question of springing up vertically and lifting both wheels off the ground at the same time. But in reality, it's much more a question of weight transfer.
When you approach the barrier, you have to lean back. I think that's what most people have trouble with. They're afraid to get their weight back because you're afraid of falling over backwards, but in reality that probably won't happen. You have to not be afraid to get your weight back, and I find I can do it smoothest when I'm thinking slow and smooth. When you think about just getting your weight back, then getting your front wheel up, and then when your front wheel's up high enough and you're over the barrier, then you pull up with your hands and you shift your weight forward. When you shift your weight forward, that brings your rear wheel up, and then when you're over the barrier, if you push your hands down to make your front wheel have contact with the ground, then your back wheel is now going to naturally pop up and then drop down after the barrier. And if you're in a double barrier, I find it effective to really exaggerate the front wheel landing first, because then when you go into the second one, you can use the momentum of your back wheel coming down to get your front wheel back up again. A lot of races use roads where you have to hop a curb to get back onto the grass. You can sometimes ride stairs with the exact same approach, just with the weight transfer and getting up and over the stairs. If there's a rooty section in a cross course, you can jump over it instead of slowing down and bashing your way through it.
It's mainly a question of practice. You just got to get out there, start with nice low obstacles, and build your way up from there. Figure out what you're comfortable clearing with and what you can do consistently and, above all, safely. So get out there, ride your bike, have fun, above all be safe. For thecyclery.ca, I'm Kris Westwood.